Okay, so this is maybe an ignition switch rebuild video. You can see clearly this is the ground wire that goes to the rear of the ignition switch. Ignition switch right here. Here's your buzzer. This is your buzzer indicator. Goes to your buzzer. There's the back of the switch where all your power is coming from and gets switched on and off and whatnot. Well, I unplugged it from the harness, the other side of the harness, and now I'm going to attempt to take it out. You have to obviously remove the bottom of this steering column, or, you know what I mean, your steering area, the little plastic piece that comes up. You get that off, and then there's only one screw back here that you deal with, and then you apparently take this off, and then you'll be able to pull this contact out. So there's your bolt right there. That's a little bit of a tight fit. I literally had to have some vice grips hooked up to a little itty bitty bit like that, a screw bit like that, to be able to get to that thing and actually turn it. So that was interesting. And so let's apparently, it says wiggle it out, I guess. So should just come out. There we go. There's your ignition switch. Let me see. Let's pull this out of here. So there's your ignition switch. So I'm going to attempt to try and rebuild this thing, and I'll get back to everybody. Disassembly. Clean this up. Underneath it, you can see that there is a piece. Let's see if we can get this off. There's the springs. I need to clean this up. This is exactly how it went. I haven't moved anything. I haven't taken this out. That's where the key goes. You can make sure that this thing gets put in the exact same right position. So I cleaned off everything in here, cleaned off that little metal piece right there. Made sure that all the spring wires or springs were about as long as each other. Two of them were a little bit shorter than the two, so I made sure that they were elongated, so they make a good contact, so they all seem about the same height. Everything's been cleaned. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to solder these components back on. I'll probably end up cutting them and soldering them all and then using shrink wrap and getting as close to the plastic as I can with the shrink wrap, so that we don't have this issue again.